Hello and welcome to another video on Dungeons & Dragons. And in this video I want to talk about this character, Conan, or rather the Barbarian, and how I like to play the Barbarian in Dungeons & Dragons. Now, as I mentioned before in some other videos, I only really use two classes, and that is the fighter and the magic user. I also allow a subclass as the thief, and occasionally, if a player wants to, I will allow them to play the barbarian. But like the thief, I regard it more as a subclass, which means it has a level 6 maximum. Now, these are the rules I employ when a character wishes to play the barbarian. So, D12 hit points on level advancement. They get a plus 20% hit point maximum. At level 1, instead of a plus 1 strength, they get a plus 2 strength, which they also have a minus 2 intelligence, minus 2 to all magical saves, and they also get minus 2 to all wounds inflicted in combat. This really is to reflect the barbarian's overall toughness, and power. I use an attribute called Raw Power. This begins at level 3, and this gives a plus 2 to any combat roll and a plus 2 to all damage. The other side of this is there's no retreat from combat. Now, the barbarian it's optional whether he employs the raw power or not. He usually will do, because this is a great advantage, but it means he's not going to retreat from combat. I also allow the barbarian to use thief skills, but only as a level 1 thief, which I've said on the other video. A barbarian can only use light armor, and, very importantly, a barbarian cannot use any magic weapon or any magic item. So that's a brief summary of how I play the barbarian. It's a fun class to play, and I think a lot of people influenced by characters like Conan, they really wish to play this kind of powerful, athletic, sort of brutish fighter. And it's a lot of fun. So that's how I play the barbarian in my games of Dungeons & Dragons. Okay, thank you very much.